Please,
Yeah.
blue button. And okay, let's start. So guys, let me introduce myself, especially to Luis. So my name is Nondas. Actually, my name is Epaminondas, but everybody call me Nondas. This is my short name. I live in Brasilia. I work as a personal training, online personal training. I've been in TNT since December last year, and I became host last month. I am 28 years old. I love to be here in TNT. It's like you. I really enjoy this place. I love this place, and I think you are in the safe place to learn English. So guys, let's start. I don't need to split a room in the small room. So let's start. Guys, please, Luis, you first. Could you introduce yourself, tell about your city, your age, things like that, please?
Of course, thank you. And my name is Luis. I'm 28 years old. I'm working IT. I'm living in a small city in Minas Gerais state, really small city. And I am a dog person. I like dog and I like to ride a bike. And that's it.
Great, great. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
And you, Gabi?
Hello, guys. Everyone can hear me because my microphone is a little bit low. So I'm Gabi. I'm Gabriela, but everyone call me Gabi. I'm 22 years old. I live in Minas Gerais too, but in Belo Horizonte. Who more? I'm a hostess here on Talk and Talk. And I have two dogs. Luis, maybe you like this information. And I have one cat, one little and fat cat. I don't know what has happened with
Garfield.
my cat. Yeah, like Garfield. But don't eat lasagna. Eat it's like sour. It's something with that. So really, really
Okay, I
fat
got you.
cat.
Great. Jefferson, your turn.
Just I have 3 dogs, 2 birds, 10 fishes, and a lot of plants. And I live in a big house. I'm a dog man, but I love dogs. I love dogs and I love birds too, to talk with birds. It's so nice to wake up with birds singing. It's so nice. I'm Jefferson. I'm living in Goiânia, Goiás. I'm economist and professor of Catholic University of Goiás. That's it.
Great. Guys, let's talk about comparison. And this topic comes in my mind because I work on the internet and especially as personal training, and this kind of thing happen all the time. So I bring this topic. I brought this topic for us. Let's talk about, and let's start for the number one. Is comparison always bad? What do you think, Jefferson? You are a winsome guy, so please.
It depends on the factors because as economists, most of the time I'm compare periods of the economy, periods in the 60s, in the 70s, 90s, and now all the time. This kind of thing. Sometimes it's not so good, sometimes not so bad. But today is not so good. It's not so good as in the past for a long period because the economic situation is not so good. In this way, it's not good for the government. It's a big problem for the government. But you can compare something bad. For example, when you compare fake news, I don't like fake news. I don't use this kind of thing. But I think it's so bad for our society. You must compare the facts and the fake news. That's it.
Great, great. And let's hear about Gabi. What do you think?
Yeah, I think comparison is not always bad, because if you think sometimes you compare your life, but you don't need to compare your life. And in a good way, maybe compare things you like would like to do in your life and the other person do. So it's a good comparison. Oh, I see folks that in this person. The person is a kind of person I want to follow. So this type of comparison, I think, is not so bad, but maybe go with calm, because sometimes comparison is a little bit depression yourself and your mind. So be with peace. Go with peace in this part, because comparison is not so bad when you know it's for a good way. It's for yourself and not to be the other person. So I guess
Yeah,
it's
great
not
point.
always bad.
Great point. I totally agree with you. And maybe to use this comparison as like inspiration. So I would like to be in some place, and I would try to read this goal and things like that. So in this kind of situation, it's good. It's maybe good. Luis, what do you think?
I think everyone presented great points. I'm totally agree all of you. It's good uh, when you see like an inspiration, but in most part of the time, comparison isn't good because I don't know exactly, but maybe the people will get so obsessed with this comparison, keep this all the time, and that's it. Go at your time. Go keep your A at your speed. When you open the LinkedIn, or I don't know exactly about Instagram, but maybe you need to be careful to use these things, these social medias. And that's it. Just be careful, as how you said, we need to do comparison, as Jefferson said, but be careful.
Yeah, totally.
Keep your A,
And,
yeah.
and you said about social media, and I will skip for the number 2. And please, for you, Luis, do you think social media increase the comparison?
Yes, I think I do. I think these increase a lot of comparison. Sorry. I think that social media collaborate to increase this. I don't think now about examples, or I don't have statistics to say this, but just have in my mind that social media increase this.
I feel the same. I feel the same all the time. I as like you, I don't have data to share here, but it's it's a big huge. For example, in my field of work, normally the people compare body and all the time. So I'd like to have some kind of body, and I don't have. And sometimes this person feel depressed because of that. Oh, don't go out, don't hang out with friends, because the way that this person see their her body uh, depressed her. So it's very present in the social media from my point of view. And I don't know if increase, but I think so. I think so. In the past, normally we had people around us, maybe our cousins and friends, close friends, but now we have a lot of people to compare results and things like that. It's hard. Jefferson, please, your opinion about this topic.
Yeah, it's really increase the comparisons. For example, Nondas have an Insta with 100 followers, and Gabi 1,000, 1,000,000,000. So Gabi is better than Nondas. This is a kind of comparison. Unfortunately, our society is this. We have thousands, millions of followers. So this is a very nice guy, but it's not the reality. It's so different. Nondas can be better than Gabi can be better. I really don't know. You must know what they are doing for our society. Sometimes you have a lot of followers, not for good, but for bad things. And sometimes it's not so good. So this is kind of thing. And unfortunately, the society most of the time is doing this kind of metric. It's metric. So I think it's not so good. It's not so good. It's not so good. I don't like this kind of thing. But our media society all the time is this. I follow somebody because he have thousands of followers. That's it.
Yeah, I would like to add something because I saw this week one discussion about this topic. So the girl was saying about to choose your doctor because of the number of followers in the Instagram, for example. And it's very common nowadays. Sometimes, for example, I know a lot of people and great professionals and don't have Instagram, but they are great in their fields. But nowadays, it doesn't matter if you have a million of people follow you, so you are great. And if you don't have, you are not great. This is kind of crazy. It's crazy. Have you already seen this kind of thing, Jefferson?
I follow, for example, Yuval Harari. It's a very interesting guy, and he has only YouTube channel, thousands of followers. And the guys asking him, "Do you have Instagram? No. Do you have Facebook? No. Do you have Telegram? No. Do you have WhatsApp? No. The only way for me to communicate is by YouTube." It's very interesting.
Yeah, totally. And you, Gabi,
But just to add
please.
something, you, like you, Gabi and Luis, now about the social media, you must have Instagram to monetize, to earn money. It's okay. You must
Of
have
course.
Instagram. It's very special because you live with this digital. The word is digital now. I think it's a very good way to earn money. Okay.
I totally agree
Don't
with you.
follow don't follow me, but
Okay. So, Gabi, please.
Yeah, I'm with Jefferson, and the example Ronan does bring to us. I see this video was a woman, and the woman talking about like, oh, have 3 Instagrams from 3 different doctors, and in the end she started to talking about, oh, I like the first one, but all the pictures of the doctor is so shine, and like for me it's unbelievable. You want to go to the doctor because of the face of the doctor. I mean, it's so crazy. It's a crazy idea, and I guess 100% social medias increase the comparison. Not that said about body. I think the women feel more that in social medias, this comparison with body. I did that a long time ago. Nowadays, doesn't matter for me. I see a body and feel like, oh, okay, beautiful. For me, I don't get it. I don't want it to have mental problems to compare my body with others. But other thing I can see in social medias is the comparison about goals. And if you have a goal, you work on internet and you travel around the world and you have the same age as me, I feel frustrated because you do all the things and myself with my age, I don't do. So the frustration is something we can do the first time we feel. So it's something I need to stop in my mind, because I see someone who has the post-graduation in other country and have 30 years. And I feel like maybe I will, I don't know. And yeah, the comparison increase and increase unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. And this kind of comparison, as you said about goals, it's very hard as well. And I had an episode about this, and I will share this meeting after in one question here. But this is hard, so hard, because normally we always have some person better than us, and one person has more money or a body, a different body that we want to have, or always there some person better than us. If we are comparing all the time, we became crazy. So it's very hard. But I will skip for number 4. You said about goals. So thinking about goals, have you ever felt more anxious or stressed because you weren't where you wanted to be? Gabi, please.
Every day. Is the simple question answer. But yeah, it's something I often do in my mind. And since in social medias and in life, in real life too, I see a person who stayed with me and have a lot of things I want to have, but I don't have. So I feel like, oh gosh, maybe I do something wrong. But no, it's not that. Sometimes you have other things to do and don't have time to do this thing or those things. So the anxious for me is something really bad in my life. I always feel that. And I guess about the TNT, I feel less anxious every day, because here it's like a psychology session
Yeah.
sometimes. And I love that. And I'm not a person who is stressed with other persons. I'm not feel angry with you, nothing like that. But with myself, more despicable with myself. With others, I'm never do that. So it's not good. It's not so good. But
I can
it's the
imagine.
life.
Yeah, it's really hard and very common nowadays. Maybe because of the internet. Oh, hard. Luis, what do you think?
Well, I need to say that I feel more anxious for my goals that I'm not checked, all right? I'm not get, all right? For example, I would like to do an internship, and sometimes always happen when I I am planning to do and something happened, like COVID or anything like that. And sometimes I feel afraid to do an internship, but um, I'm going to do this with afraid too. All right. And TNT helped me a lot. That's it. I feel more anxious. But we need to build some mechanisms to keep this down in a down level. To uh, of course, you can't control your afraid, your feeling about it, but go ahead with afraid too. And that's it. Sometimes I feel shy to, I feel nervous to speak here, but I'm just trying to speak, and that's it.
Oh, Luis, it's totally normal, and I'm afraid as well, and everybody, and it's normal, it's common, but great, you are here talking English and
Yes.
doing your thing, so it's amazing. Don't worry about it. It's normal,
Thank you.
totally normal. Jefferson, you are a successful man, so please share with
Okay,
us your.
if you feel more anxious, if you feel stressed, come to TNT to relax. It's so good for your mental health. It's the best platform, it's the best place to be good, to be good with your life. I think it's very interesting. But about my goals, I love challenges. I have a lot of challenges. For example, now I'm studying our language and business intelligence. I love. And what my strategy? I'm going to work, doing a lot of exercise to learn, for example, our language. And sometimes I have a lot of difficulties. What can I do? Not to stress, but ask for guys like you, the same age. Can you help me here, please? Help me, this old guy. Okay, and they help me. So I stop the R language and go to the business intelligence to do another thing. This is my strategy, not to stress it, not to feel anxious. And though I go to the business intelligence, it's the same. Sometimes I have difficult. I need to solve a problem. So I ask for guys like you. So it's so nice to have guys like you to help me.
Yeah, of course, and but you're very, I don't know in English, but studioso. So you're doing great job, great job. Maybe I'm comparison with you, and I using you as like an inspiration. So it's great, it's great. In your age, I want to be like you and studying and learning more and think about the future and having more challenge. Great, great, great to have you here with us, Jefferson. And for me, guys, uh, it's hard because yes, I had some episodes like that, and in special when I was more younger than now. Normally, I did a lot of things in my life. I had uh, 2 degrees in physical education. I'm studying nutrition now. I'm doing a lot of things, but always there are some people, some person better than us, or some person that has what we want to have. So it's completely normal. But nowadays I try to compare myself now with myself in the past. This is a kind of thing that I really like to do. It's like here in TNT when I entered it in TNT, my English was worse than now. Nowadays, not so good, but I can't communicate, and this is good for me. But yeah, totally. This normal. I think nowadays it's hard because we have a lot of people especially in social media to compare ourselves. We have a lot of followers, and we have a lot of people that we follow on the social media. And normally what um connect with us is the results. Normally we don't follow people that doesn't have results. We want to follow people that have a lot of results and things good in their life. And because of that, normally I compare myself a little bit, and I thought, oh my gosh, I should be there. I should have this thing. But nowadays it's more easy for me. I'm I'm in process, but I'm doing a great job, I think. And guys, let's talk about the number 5, because I have a fact to share. But have you ever had to keep your distance from people or place because of because of the fear of external judgment or comparison? Um, Luis, have you had this kind of situation that you keep distance because you feel anxious, or you feel fear of judgment or comparison, things like that?
Yes, this happens. I don't remember exactly when in the recently times, but when I was younger, I avoid a lot of situations because I've thought that people would judge me. All right, but that's follow your heart. That's go anywhere you want, and that's it. You are muted.
Oh, sorry. Normally in the youngest age, it's hard. I don't know with you all, but for me, when I was a teenager, for example, it was worse than now. And getting more old, we have more conscience about ourselves, about the life. And so,
I'm shy
Jefferson.
now, but when I was younger, I was much more.
No problem. But I was very, very shy when I was a teenager. Very, very shy. Jeff, please.
This is bullying. Bullying. Bullying in the past, not now. You are so different now. You're a smart guy, no matter about bullying. But in the past, maybe. I think everybody passed by bullying in the past. It's very common. A lot of jokes, something like this. But now about if I had distance from people or place, yes, yes. Sometimes somebody that I really don't like to talk. I love to talk about politicians, about to talk economics, about history and philosophy and etc. etc. And some guys used to want to talk about fake news. I don't like this. Why I must talk with this guy? No, I keep distance with this kind of guy. I don't like to talk this kind of guy with negative guy all the time or saying it's not so good. Everything is so difficult to outsourcing the solutions. I really don't like this kind of guy. It's not good for me. I just say it's good morning, good afternoon, good night, and bye bye. I need to keep distance. It's not
Yeah,
good for my health. Yeah.
everybody, I think, for everybody, it's awful. Gabi, and you?
I guess the same as Jefferson. I'm never be a shyness person. Never. Since I was a kid, teenager, never. Shyness for me is something I never feel. But I like as a teenager, I have afraid to suffer judgment as a woman. Like, oh, the clothes I would like to wear, my hair. Oh, I don't do that because of that. So nowadays I don't care. I use what I want to use. About judgments, I really don't care, to be sincere. I don't judge anyone too. I don't have patience for do that. If you want to, to do something in your life, go ahead. If you don't stop my life or the other person's life, I don't I don't want to know. But Jefferson said something. I keep distance of person, and in family too. If the person want to make jokes with myself or with someone I like, so I'm the type of the person. If you are my friend, if you are the person I really enjoy to stay and spend my time, you will have everything for me. But do something mean with me or the other persons, uh, I I feel upset with you. I hate bullying. I am the type of person stay in the. This is something really happened someday. I stay in a bus, and the guy said a racist word for woman, and the woman is like next to me, and I feel angry. The first word I feel angry, and I start to talk because the woman feel afraid and don't say nothing. And for me, don't say nothing. It's unimaginable. I need to say something when I see other person's judgment with persons. It's only stay quiet or spend the life. I don't like this kind of guys. I feel angry.
Especially in this situation, it's a crime. It's not a, a joke or things like that. It's a crime, and we should to talk about. You said about family. Normally here in Brasilia, our family say about, oh, you should to have a you should to be a public service. You should have a public job. This is very, very common here in Brasilia, and normally it's a kind of, it's not good. But especially for me, for example, I don't want to be a public service server, and normally this is hard here. But okay, no problem. And talking about the question, I had this experience. So I was in the group of entrepreneurs, and every day I saw a lot of people getting a lot of great results, big results, or earning a lot of money, or doing any strategy and working well. And I was in my beginning of this process, and I maybe the first time that I feel a little anxious or a little down because I was comparing myself with other people, with others result, and I feel sad because it's not possible. Everybody have great results, only me don't have results. It's maybe I'm doing something wrong. I think like that. So I had to go out of this group to feel more comfortable and to do my things, and then to have better results in my life, my business, and things like that. But this situation was very strange for me. I feel maybe anxious, or I feel bad. I don't feel good being in this group. So sad. Guys, I would like to skip for the number 7 because we are talking in English. So number 7 said, was fear of judgment a barrier to starting to study English? Luis, for you, it was a barrier?
Yes. Fear of judgment. It was a barrier because I'm feel afraid to speak. And when I found TNT, it's very, very good. Because here I just can speak. And all right, I'm just I I don't know how exactly I can measure this feeling here, but I think that all you here can feel the same because here you just can speak. You have space to do this. You have space to make some errors, to make some mistakes. And but before this, it was a barrier to study.
Yeah, normally the fear of judgment is the biggest barrier to start study a new language. That's hard. To speak in public is the second biggest fear,
Yes.
normally for the people in general, even in English, second language, and making a lot of mistakes. So it's hard on YouTube. So it's hard. It's hard.
Yes. That is other points that could not help you to learn English, like traditional schools. That it was good, but I don't know if I am the right person to be in a traditional school of English. All right, and then when I found TNT, I feel happy because it's a different way to learn and more happy way. All right, you
Yeah.
just talk and have a fun or think about some important points and hear other opinions. And this is very important.
I feel the same. I feel the same. Here I'm hung out with my friends and it's good. I have fun here. It's not like, oh, I should to study English for 1 hour. I'm here for 1 hour and it's good. I'm enjoying this time. So for me, I feel the same as like you. And you, Jeff, number 7.
Yeah, it's really a barrier, barrier, very barrier. It's fair. Judgment, I think it's a barrier because you judge everything now. Everything is a sign. You see the face of the guy. No, it's not so good. I was in a meeting now before this, and the guy talking all the time. It's a kind of judgment because you need to be polite, to respect the other, to have space for everybody talk. So I used to say, I here just to relax, to talk about something very good. And the guy never stopped to talk, 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 talk. This is a kind of judgment. Yes, because when we were communicated, we are here talking in TNT, you will study English because you have a new word, a new accent, something like this. So you improve in your vocabulary. You have a lot of strategies and new skills, new kinds of communication. So you can judge all the time, but sometimes it's almost impossible. I almost say something to somebody, but I just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and skip. The life goes on.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard. I feel you. I feel you. Gabi, you said that you are not a shy person, so it was a
Not at
barrier for
all.
you or not?
For me, no. It was in the past, in the beginning of the studies, but nowadays I don't. I don't care, really. But I can see the students always see a barrier in the study of English. The first is the judgment, because here in Brazil, I give the example in them country. So here in Brazil, the persons always want to judge your accent, how many slangs you know to speak. It's all a bullshit, in my opinion. Like, because this kind of judgment is always when the person who don't know talking English. Always, always, always. It's always the person see a video and read in English an email and know is a native speaker. In the mind of the person, know it's the native. So it's complicated because linguistic barrier, since in Portuguese has this kind of thing, and is a discrimination. So the first barrier is the judgment. The second, I agree with Nondas, is talking public. I don't have that because I don't have a shyness in nothing in my life. So for me, it's normal. But I can't see the persons have shyness to open her mind for the others, because of the judgments. Have this kind of persons who you said the word country, and the person, oh, it's not like that. It's country. No, you understand me. I know you understand me. It's a native, like a native speak, understand me. You're not native, and you don't want to understand me because of your discrimination. So here in Brazil, I can see have a lot of persons like that.
Yeah, yeah. Luis, please, you raise
I
your
would like
hand.
to. Yes, thank you. I would like to add that when I started university some time ago, I watched a lecture, and the people there were saying that their accent it's more than South. All right, their accent from the people who are doing the lecture was was from the South, but he's saying that their accent is more near than Paraguay than United States, all right? And the main goal of the lecture is just to say to you that keep your way, say how you can, all right? Don't worry about the accent if you are say British English or accent from the north or Canada or United States. And he say that their accent is o palestrante estava dizendo que I don't know if I can say.
Go ahead, no
but
problem.
yes, but that's it. My accent is from the south, more near than Paraguay than United States, but go ahead.
This is very, very common here. I don't know. Actually, I think I know why. Normally, we have, as like Gabi said, we have a lot of bullshit, and especially on the internet. If you watch videos on YouTube about learning English, you will see a lot of strange things, and oh, you should say this word like that, or it's okay, no problem. But normally, in general, the people want to be perfect, and normally this kind of people don't speak a second language, so it's very, very common, unfortunately. And yeah, it's hard. Normally the people don't start to study a new language because this person know that she or he will make mistakes, and if this person make mistake, she or he is not talking in English, not speaking English well. So it's very, very hard to start. And Jefferson traveled around the world and had contact with a lot of accents. So please, Jeff, it's we should to be sound like native to communication or not?
Never, never. You just want to think. In English, you have only 5% of the people that are native and have 95% that are non-native speakers. You must think about this. Even in the United States, in Canada, you see Chinese with the accent. We have Indian, we have Brazilian, and etc. etc. It's almost impossible. Unfortunately, you burn there. Você nasceu lá? I forgot the name. Yeah, it's born. Yeah, you burn there, so you have the same accent. But it's so different because if you live in a community, for example, if you live in Canada, you are India, you're born there, but you live in a community, you must have the same accent of your family most of the time. So it's impossible, no problem. I think the best thing is to communicate well, to be polite, and put the right words, to work.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I will add something. Native from where? United States or South Africa or other country that speaks English. So normally we think only about Canada, England, or United States, and there are a lot of countries that speaks English as a first language and something that is a different accent. Normally we hope accent from the United States, so it's hard as well.
Just to add something, even here in Brazil, for example, my father was from Piauí. It's terrible. It's terrible. And I have a lot of friends from Santa Catarina. It's so different, the accent. Sometimes you can understand, but you can communicate.
Yeah, really. Gabi.
Jefferson said something I need to answer that. But other thing I want to add, like we live in South America, and Brazil is the only country in South America don't speak Spanish. So like it's an imaginable barrier for us. So if you go to the other country, in Portugal, the Portuguese is so different than Portuguese in Brazil. So this judgment is, oh, for me, it's unbelievable. Like Nonda said, in Dublin, for example, you speak Irish and English, two languages in one country. So in part of Canada, you speak French, English, and Italian. Have a part of Canadian speak Italian. It's amazing how to see and search this kind of difference. And Jefferson said about the states here. If I talk in Mineirês right now, maybe some of us don't understand.
Yeah, even in Brazil, we have a lot of accents, different accents and different slangs. So it's really it's great. It's great because it's like our brand. So it's great. It's great. Guys, maybe we have time to one more. And I really love the number 9. What advice would you give to your own version of the past? What advice would you give to you in the past about comparison, about fear and things like that? Gabi, please.
The first thing I would like to give to myself in the past is don't be kindness with everyone. The person don't want your kindness sometimes, want something in maybe your work or your money or something like that. Don't be kindness with person who want to be mean with you. So it's the first advice I give to myself. And the second is not compare yourself with something it's not imaginable right now. Put your feet in the wall. I guess the wall, no, in the, I forgot the name. In the chão.
Floor.
War. So put your fingers in that and put your mind in yourself. Don't believe in other person's phrases or things like that. It's the second advice I would to give to myself.
Yeah, great. And very specific. It sounds very specific as well. Jeff.
As a professional, I think you must study a lot. The word is the word of knowledge, and to be polite, respect the other guy, the guy that has no knowledge like you. I think it's very important, this kind of thing. To be humble. In my case, I did doctorate, but I have a very, I have a lot of dialogue with everybody, no matter the level of knowledge. So I think the most important thing is to communicate well and to be happy.
Yeah. Maybe the most important advice for everybody to be happy. And for me, I would like to say, believe in yourself. Don't worry about your mistakes. Don't worry about your fears. Put your attention in yourself, as like Gabi said, because it's important. And learn English earlier and study more. And yeah, and make more connections. And be happy. The same, be happy is the most important advice. And study English as soon as possible. Luis, your advice for you on the best.
All you said, all advice that I could send for me. But like you said, Jefferson and Gabriela, believe in yourself, try to be happy in the process, and follow your heart, and believe yourself. Study English more early. I say this too, and that's it.
Great advice. Guys, our time is running out. I put the survey here in the chat. Please click in the survey. Let me know about what you think about this conversation, about this meeting. Maybe help me to bring new topics. And yeah, please let me know what you think about this meeting. And for me, it was a pleasure to be here with you all. I'm waiting for you all next Thursday at 10 a.m. to talk about other topic. So thank you, Luis. Thank you, Gabi. Thank you, Jefferson. See you soon. Have a great day and enjoy your holiday and your week. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.